Hey guys, we're here with my boy Thien, who finished top 4 at Niagara Regionals with Labrynth. So, how do you like the deck for this format, and especially next format post Age of Overlord?
I love this deck. I've been sticking around with this deck since day one. Especially since all the Unchained and like the meta evolving. I told myself like, Labyrinth's a really bad matchup, but then I told myself like, I was like, I practiced this deck for a very long time and I really wanted to make it work. And somehow it got me there. So, I'm glad to have stuck around with it.
Awesome. Well, yeah. I guess before we get to the profile, I just wanted to give you these team stamp sleeves. Definitely use my code for 10% off. But yeah, let's get right to the list.
All right. So, the first standard, the engine, the Labrynth engine, the best normal summon in the game, Ariana. And then, lovely, the brick, and the two lady. There's very standard stuff. And I'm playing the IKEA version. So these are the IKEAs. And one Kuklock. So the reason why I chose one Kuklock versus 3 is because I noticed that through my testing, there were times when I drew like triple of these with no furnitures, which is really should not happen. But there are times when I just drew 2 of these with no furniture, or like it was just like these really odd combinations, and I just didn't like that. So I was just more comfortable with the one Kuklock. I can understand the 3 versions because if you're facing a lot of Pearly, you can like wedge their Exceeds effects with the Kuklocks and stuff. So that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people were running 3 back then. But I mainly focused on making this deck so that I could beat Unchained. So, and then this is the other engine. 2 regular welcome and the best card in the deck as well. 3 big welcome and 1 field spell. So that's the engine.
Is that standard? Just 2?
Very, very standard. Yeah, everyone has been switched to these 2 and then 2 lady and of course the 3 big trap.
Okay,
big
makes sense.
Yep. And let me just move this over. And these are my trap choices. So 1 terrors, 1 ice dragon prison. Very good against the Unchained matchup. Very, very useful. And the 1 D barrier. Yeah, I think this is kind of what most people use. I've seen some people use Daruma as well, but I just prefer like this lineup for myself. And it actually worked out because all my matchups was as I kind of predicted. And then my spells were these. The 1 called by because you hate Ash and you hate Ghost Spell, so you need to run it. And 3 extravagance because you're playing IKEA. You need more cards to discard, which is very useful. And these are my non-engine. So 3 Nibiru.
Oh god.
3 Ash. 3 Emperor. Yeah. Shout out to my girlfriend for getting me these Nibirus because they actually won me a lot in the final round as well. So, Christina, thank you. And these are other.
I don't know about that rarity, dude.
Yeah, well, I'll fix it up later. Don't worry. So, yeah, Nibiru, just it was a hit or miss, but like I said today before, I wanted to make sure I don't I have a fighting chance against Unchained. So Nibiru is definitely there. Ash is just very flexible in a lot of the matchups, and so were these. And these 2, I decided to mainboard them because 1, they're very good against Pearly, they're very good against Dragon Link, they're very good against again Unchained. You can shuffle back the blue dog and everything. So this is and also against tier elements. I faced 2 elements during my run as well. They shuffled, they milled these for me, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I get to use them, and it interrupted them and everything. And my other MVP as well, the Fenrir. Very good card. Honestly, I'm very glad that I decided to run these. I think this is I don't know what Konami is doing. This card should not be alive right now, but it is. So you gotta use it. So yeah, it's very good. So this is my extra deck. 3 Chaos Angels. 3 Muckracker. This Muckracker, I lost 1 Muckracker at the regional, so unfortunately I had to buy a new one. So that's why it's kind of it's missing a sleeve right now. So yeah, no, this you have to max it out. These 6 cards are so good in IKEA. It's unbelievable. There are so many times when I went through this line against Unchained because you don't want to destroy their cards. You want to be able to banish them. So there were times when I had to make a Chaos Angel, link that away, summon the Chaos Angel again just to banish 2 cards. So it's very good. Linger Evil just in case if someone wants to Ibly lock me. Anima, which is really funny because this card it came up because my DD Crow and also the Kuklock was a level 1. So sometimes I had a time when I had to normal summon it and make an Anima just to suck up the token or suck up whatever is in front of them. So it comes up, yeah. And then Underworld Gods for towers. Dark, very good card. I made this in my final round as well. Took I think it was the Soul of Rage, the one that links monsters on your main phase or whatever. The blue dog. Very useful card. Very, very flexible. And then the Nightmare package. Honestly, I could probably just cut this, but I didn't know what else to put in my extra during the time. Probably this should have been a Zeus, but for the time being, that's what I ran. And then one thing usually to out Dragoon and stuff and Baguska. So, and this is my side deck. So I ran 3 Lords. I think I pretty, especially if you really don't want to lose the Unchained matchup, this is a very good card. You basically just use this, and they basically cannot play that well at all because they can't destroy their own set cards, and most of their interactions it becomes very hard for them to do their combos. And then another card I played was also Mistaken Arrest. Okay, so a lot of Labrynth players don't really use this because well, I mean, at least I haven't seen anyone use this. But I tech this in because of the flu matchup. It's very good going first and second. And you could definitely play around it. The only thing that it conflicts with is your Ariana ad. So, like, you know, if there are times where you could just, like, use the Ariana first and then use the Mistaken Arrest and stuff like that. So, but I didn't face any flu players. So, this basically was a dead card in my side deck, unfortunately. Phantasme, these, and 2 Droll. I really hate this card. That's why I'm running this. But honestly, you have to run it because of Dark World and, you know, Dragon Link and all this other stuff. So that's why I have it at 2. Phantasme, honestly, I would probably bump this up if I had more Phantasmes, but I decided to just run 1. And it worked out amazingly well for me, especially against the Unchained matchup. These 2 are for the tier elements and also Unchained. But yeah, the side patterns just worked itself out with these. And these are my trap lineups. So this was mainly for, you know, purely Runic and the Chimera matchup as well.
And Flunder, I guess.
And Flunder as well, yes. So this is very, 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 very good card. And these 2 are also for Unchained. I resolved in my round against one of my Unchained players. I resolved both viruses, and I pretty much won the game because of that. So, you know, like these viruses are very good against that too. And then this is just for like any graveyard reliant decks, like Salmon Great or like the 2 elements. And yeah, I think.
Any other traps that you had considered for the side?
Maybe extra D barriers, but I was also really afraid of being crossed out. That's why I didn't want to rely on just one card in general. So, you know, like that's why I decided to tech Magic Reflector or something like that instead. So yeah, that was the reason for my choices.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for the deck profile, and a huge congrats on topping regionals again with Labrynth. Any last shout outs?
Yeah, you know, shout outs to Team Anki, shout outs to Gopher Game, shout outs to you, James, for, you know, me doing this profile. And shout outs to Hope Club Collectibles. We are now starting our Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments on Wednesdays at 6. It's located at Albion Mall, and we're still trying to wait for our OTS status. So Konami, if you're watching this video, please respond to our emails. And yeah, so that's about it.
Awesome,
Thanks again.
thank you.
All right.